Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Dennis Hull. Welcome to the Hole in the Walls live old-time radio studio. In a few minutes, we will begin WHIT's evening of live broadcast entertainment right here in the Wizard Weekahoe on August 28, 1941, with our cavalcade of local stars and special guests from the glitter in Northfield to the bright lights of Montpelier. But first, we wanted to let you know how much we appreciate your coming on down to join us for tonight's entertainment. Without you and your generous contributions, we wouldn't be here. And in these hard economic times, what better way to show our appreciation than to provide quality entertainment for a price you can afford? And with gas prices being what they are today, well, as Will Rogers just pointed out just the other day, we will be the first nation in the history of the world to go to the poorhouse in fancy automobiles. So, thanks for sharing your last dollar with us. You know, folks, live radio broadcasts depend on the studio audience to respond. Your responses, especially laughter, let the folks listening at home and overseas know the show is live and gives them a feeling of being here with us. So, feel free to laugh all you like. And don't forget to applaud. But remember, this is live radio, and so any comments you make will go out to the thousands of listeners throughout the area. Now, during the first half of this program, we will also have one of our lovely young studio interns circulating in the audience to provide you with the opportunity to win our grand prize drawing. Then, at intermission, one of you will draw the winning number from a special hat provided by Don Amici. We were going to get Jack Betty's hat, but he couldn't find the key to his vault. In a few minutes, we'll be going live. You will see the on-air sign light up. At that moment, a good round of applause will be just the thing to start the evening off for the folks listening at home. And please, don't use your cameras or cell phones during the show. Bob Hope is very particular about seeing his nose in the local papers, and George Burns thinks the telephone is an instrument of the devil. Well, I see you are about ready to start. By the way, if you want to close your eyes and pretend you are at home and just listen, we'll go right ahead. Just don't snore. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do you enjoy good comedy? Well, stay tuned as WHIT brings you Popeye the Sailor Man.
All hands on deck, here's Popeye!
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong son of Finnish, 'cause I eats me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Libby spinach is his diet. He asks you to try it with Popeye the Sailor Man. Letters from boys and girls everywhere. You just ought to see all of Popeye's morning mail. It seems all the boys want to be football players, and they're eating Popeye's favorite food because it makes muscles. And it looks like all the girls want to grow up in a hurry and be young ladies, so they eat Libby spinach too, because Libby's is regular growing food. And my, the roses it puts into their cheeks. Yes, sir. And boy, how good it tastes. Well, any other boys and girls want muscles or want to grow? Okay, tell your mother you want a delicious Libby spinach tomorrow. And oh, by the way, Grand Union in downtown Northfield serves only Libby's. Mixed peanuts and popcorn. We find Popeye, Wimpy, Olive, and Matey visiting at the zoo. All hands are having one grand and glorious time. They just walked up to the camel's cage.
Well, blow me down. Has you ever seen the likes of such a peculiar animal?
Gosh, Popeye, those humps in his back look just like your muscles.
If I had muscles that big, I could never get me shirt on.
I heard that a camel can go 9 days without water.
Tut, a trivial thing. Going 9 days without a hamburger will be an accomplishment worthy of my admiration.
Wimpy, you's just plain ignorance. Dumb animals never eat fried hamburgers.
Perhaps that's why they are called dumb animals?
Popeye, do you think the camel would like some peanuts?
Now you has me stumped, matey. I know squirrels and elephants eat peanuts, but I ain't never seen a camel eat 'em.
Well, I'll see if this one does.
I am proud of you, matey, on account you wants to share what you got with others.
Here, camel, would you like a peanut?
In camel language, he means desist. Stop. Quit that.
Be careful, matey. Don't stick your hand in the cage.
He wouldn't hurt me, but I guess Popeye's right. He don't like peanuts.
What if I were in the cage and the good puppet came to feed me hamburger?
Come on, all hands after the elephant's cage so matey can feed him the peanuts.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at that funny animal. Do you hear what I hear?
Well, I am a blarsted swab. If that funny-looking mutt in the cage ain't a-larfing at us.
He's a member of the laughing hyena species.
You mean an animal that can really laugh?
Now I asks ya, Olive, does that four-legged hoop sounds like he was crying?
Well, for land's sake, what's he laughing at?
He has just seen Popeye's face.
I says pooey to you, Wimpy. You ain't never won no beauty contest.
Popeye, does the hyena laughing mean a dog barking?
Well, I guess it's about the same thing, matey, I figures.
I think maybe you ought to figure a way for elephants to eat peanuts.
Hooray! For once, Wimpy's thinking about someone else's stomach.
It would appear I were a noble soul.
We set a course straight for the elephant's cage.
Popeye, elephants are awful big. I wonder if one bag of peanuts will be enough.
Well, matey, we make sure. We stops at this stand and buys more peanuts. Ahoy there. 6 bags of peanuts for matey here.
Okay, here you go, kid.
Gosh, thanks, Popeye.
Forget it, matey. What can I buy you, Olive?
Well, you know, we got sponge cake, we got angel cake, and we got a stomach ache.
Oh, dear. I'll just take a glass of lemonade.
Okay, lady, coming right up. There you go, kid.
Oh boy, that sizzling, that beautiful fragrance, that intoxicating aroma.
What are you talking about, Wimpy?
Look, midst lonely Frankfurters lie lordly hamburgers.
So they is.
Popeye, don't torture me.
I don't understand you, Wimpy.
Popeye, you're a fiend. Peanuts for me, lemonade for Olive, but what, oh what for Wimpy?
Did you want some peanuts?
Peanuts, he offers me. Popeye, this kind lady also sells hamburger.
Oh, does you want a hamburger, Wimpy?
He joins with me. How can you be so cruel? I'm craving for those luscious hamburgers. Has me faint.
Would you like a hamburger, sport?
So this is the plot to rob me of my sanity.
Popeye, I think Wimpy does want a hamburger.
Maybe I have my suspicions that's what he was trying to tell us.
I feel a beast in me rising.
Oh, why don't you try a glass of this lemonade with me? It's delicious.
Demons, all of you.
All right. Hey, mister, see if Wimpy here will eat a hamburger clip.
Okay, boss, coming right up.
I'm trembling with anticipated agony.
Here you go, sport.
Oh, 1,000 thanks, royal purveyor of heavenly delectables. Oh, glorious hamburger. Oh, J. Wellington Wimpy can appreciate your scrumptious vitamins.
Gee, Wimpy ate that hamburger fast.
Pity there's such hamburger were not twins, perhaps even quintuplets.
Here's your money, mister.
How do you like that? Thanks, boss.
My friends, we set sail to the elephant's cage. Weigh anchor, all hands.
Oh, look! There's the elephants. Goodness gracious, aren't they enormous?
Oh boy, I hope they haven't had their dinner yet.
I am flabbergasted. One of them monsters on me barge and she hit Davy Jones's locker.
A huge animal indeed.
Hey, Jumbo, come over here. Look what I got for you.
Isn't he heavy?
I pity the poor swab's what he steps on.
Here's some peanuts for you, Jumbo.
Well, blow me down. He sucks them up just like a vacuum cleaners.
Isn't it cute the way he curls up his trunk and then blows them into his mouth?
Here you are, Jumbo. I got some more for you.
Oh, look! All the little children playing piggy bank on yonder elephant.
Where? Oh, look, Popeye. Look at all the kids.
I am surprised. Riding an elephant?
Please, Popeye, can I go for a ride?
Sure, matey.
Now, Popeye, it's too dangerous for the child.
Aw, gee. All the other kids are doing it.
Stow your fears, Olive. If the other young ones can ride it, so can matey.
Oh, boy. Thanks, Popeye. Come on.
Then can you bring the other elephants over here?
Nay, Mohammed must go to the mountain.
Full speed ahead before it's too late. Come on. complication. Avast there, Captain. Don't weigh anchor yet. Matey's coming aboard.
Sorry, just finished the last trip. Time for the other elephants to go in now.
Aw, shucks. I wanted to ride.
And you'll get your ride. I buys all your tickets, mister.
Well, I guess once more round won't hurt.
Oh boy. Give me a hand, Popeye.
The elephant will lift you up, matey, with his trunk.
Here, Jumbo, put your trunk around the lad. Up you go.
Gosh, it's high up here.
Anybody else going?
Olive, I thinks you ought to board the craft with matey.
Me?
Vestita waits, Miss Oil.
Oh, Popeye, is it safe?
Sure, he ain't gonna run around if he's got 4 flats. Just like riding in me barge.
Will he squeeze me when he lifts me up?
Nah, come on, up you go.
Please, Mr. Elephant. Oh, Popeye, I'm scared.
Don't worry, Olive. I'm here.
All set?
Aye, aye, Captain. You can shove off.
Down there. What's that?
Ah, Junior Rodent, greetings, Mickey.
Hey, look out! It's a mouse!
A little mousey can't hurt none.
But elephants are deathly afraid of mice.
Oh, it's getting rough.
I can't hold the elephant!
Give me that rope.
Go away, naughty mouse.
Boy, this is like riding a bunkin' bronco.
Stand still, you elephant.
Popeye, hold him.
No! The rope!
The blasted rope busted.
Help!
Ride 'em, cowboy.
He's running wild!
The elephant can't run out of the cage. I catches him when he comes round.
You can't do that. You'll be killed.
I'm gonna rescue matey and Olive.
The comely mammal is returning.
I stands right here and stops the elephant.
Man alive, how can you stop a wild elephant?
I grabs him by his nose.
Here he comes, get out of the way!
I'm not as scared of no elephant.
Run, he'll trample you down!
He said I catches him by the nose.
Help, Popeye. You'll be killed.
Yippee!
I'll save you, Olive.
I told you you'd get hurt.
No, I'm mad at the elephant because he knocks me down.
Help!
Yippee! Yippee!
It seems the mammal has won the first round.
You heard me coming, he's got such big ears. I catches the beast, but I need extra muscles. Wimpy, me spinach.
Why do you require this, Popeye?
Because the elephant is the biggest monster in the world. I need at least 4 cans to stop him.
4 cans coming up.
Look, it's Libby spinach.
Here's one. And another. And a third. And a fourth.
Now look at me muscles. Watch me catch that elephant and lay him among the sweet peas.
He's coming faster this time. You'll be killed.
Come on, elephant. I catch your trunk.
Popeye, save me.
Ride 'em, cowboy.
Look out!
I stops him, Olive. Come on, one on the left, another one on the right. 1, 2.
Holy smokies, he stopped the elephant.
Popeye, he resents your holding his nose.
Stand still, you beast, or I'll stocks go on.
Get me off. Get me off.
All right, Popeye.
Stand still, I says.
Watch out! He's gonna lift you with his trunk. Let go!
Popeye never lets go.
Look out! I told you he'd raise you right up. Let go or he'll smash you against the bars of the cage.
It's too bad I had to do it, but Mr. Elephant, you forces me to sock ya.
He's crumbling, Popeye. Give him another. That did it. The elephant's down. Hooray!
Boy, what a sock!
Oh, Popeye, you're marvelous.
I am a sad swarb. On account I had to socks the poor dumb animal.
Oh, don't worry about the elephant. He has a thick skull. He'll get over it.
That's good. And because I did not mean to hurt him, I hope this elephant forgets.
Say, Popeye,
Yeah, matey?
it was only a teeny-weeny mouse that scared that big elephant, wasn't it?
Yeah, matey, which only goes to show, no matter how big anybody is, don't you underestimate the little fella.
Now let's get this silly old business straight. As you know, there are a number of spinach brands on the market. Several of them have neat-sounding names, but they're not like Libby's spinach. There's only one Libby's spinach. So why is Libby's the best? Well, because select spinach is better for you. Where does that delicious flavor come from? From fresh canning as only Libby's does it. And when you want the spinach that tastes so G-O-O-D, you have to have Libby's.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I am's what I am, 'cause I am what I am, and I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
The time is 8:16. This is WHIT, your station for news, entertainment, and more at Camp Weehawken. Radio you can enjoy. And now the Columbia Broadcasting System, in conjunction with WHIT, presents a new comedy.
My Friend Irma.
Starring Maureen Wilson as Irma and Kathy Lewis as Jane, with John Brown as Al.
Friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot, yours will still be hot. La 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 la.
I'm singing the blues about it because I've got a friend. My friend Irma. Now don't get me wrong, I love that girl. Most people do. It's just that Mother Nature gave some girls brains. But with Irma. Still, apartments are really hard to find these days, and so I moved in with her into that one-room, furnished freight elevator she called home.
Jane, the telephone's ringing. Jane, the telephone's ringing.
Aren't you going to answer it?
I don't know if it's for me.
Well, take a chance. It's not your nickel.
Hello? 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 Yes, she's here. Jane, it's for me. Hello? Al? Jane, it's Al.
Well, what are you waiting for? Run down to the police station with the bail.
Don't be silly. He's not in jail. Hello, Al. Eh? Oh. I. You?
That's enough with the vowels, Irma. Now try the consonants.
Okay, Al. Goodbye. Jane, Al's coming over.
Oh, honey, why do you have to spoil our Sunday by having that jobless phony of a windbag, Al, over?
Jane?
Yes?
What's your opinion of Al?
I like him. I think he's a live wire, and it's just a matter of time before they hook him up and put a chair under him.
Jane, I wish you wouldn't pick on Al, because someday I hope to be Mrs. Al.
Oh, sweetie, look. I didn't mean it. Now stop sniffling. You'll ruin your pretty face with your mascara. Now, come on.
But I love Al.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm hard on him. I want to make sure that the guy who gets my little Irma's heart has a heart big enough to match it.
Gee, thanks, Jane. Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if I married Al and we could have a double wedding?
A double wedding? How do you figure that?
Well, it would be if you married Richard Rylander III.
That was my blood pressure rising. Oh, you see, Richard Rylander III is my boss, and I'm his private secretary. I'm in love with him, but I don't have any chance to marry him because he's Richard Rylander III, and I'm Jane Stacy the First. Oh, I've tried everything to impress him. I've even told him I live in a very intellectual atmosphere and that my roommate is a promising young novelist. Oh, Irma, wouldn't it be wonderful if I ended up being Mrs. Richard Rylander III?
The third? What good is it if he has two other wives?
You know, I'm not even going to try to answer that one, Irma. I'm going to take a bath.
Well, Jane, don't use all the hot water. Today's the day we do the dishes. Hello? Who did you want to talk to? Jane? Who's this? Mr. Richard Rylander. Well, Jane's busy. You want to hang out about 20 minutes? Yes, this is Irma, her roommate. Oh, I'd like to meet you too, Mr. Rylander. Say, I've got an idea. Why don't you dash over for dinner tonight? Huh? Oh, no, it's no bother. We'd love to have you. So, see you at 7:30, and don't bother to dress. It's strictly au gratin. Now, who could that be? Come in.
Hiya, chicken, how are you?
Hello, Al, honey. Do you I'm glad you came over.
Didn't think I could make it. Took time off from 3 deals that were just simmering. I mean, dying to burst into flames. Stuff like stucco bathtubs, scratch while you bathe. Tremendous projects.
GL, I love to hear you talk like that. Come over here and look in my eyes. What do you see?
Urine. Now there's another great moneymaker. Wish I'd thought of that.
Aw, GL, if your deal comes through, maybe you and I could settle down on a little ranch. Maybe raise...
I can see it now. The egg and Irma.
Hiya, Janie. What's the good word?
Jane, Al's got a big deal on.
And what a deal. I just happened to line up no less than $100,000 worth of surplus Army goods.
Gee, Al, what kind of surplus are you going to sell?
Ripcords.
Ripcords?
This is a big deal. I got a pajama manufacturer lined up to take the whole lot of them. I even got an advertising gimmick with these ripcords. Listen to this. You get up in the morning and you bail out of your pajamas. You like it, Jane?
I think it's wonderful. What do you think, Jane?
You know, the whole thing has tired me out. I'm going back to take another shower.
You see, chicken, I'm a beaten man. Jane doesn't believe in me.
Al, once you get to know Jane, you'll know her bark is worse than her tree.
You know, honey, I wouldn't say this to anybody else, but things are going so badly for me lately that I may be forced to do something desperate.
Al, you're going to get a job?
A job? Irma, supposing a man like me would consent to go to work, say, for a bank, at a small starting salary of $500 a week, naturally, somebody like me moves fast. At the end of the week, I'm making $1,000 a week as second vice president. In 2 years, I'm making $2,000 a week as the first vice president. In 10 years' time, I'm president of the bank, and I've got $100,000. Where do I go from there? I'm in a rut. You understand, kid?
It's clear to me, Al.
Well, I'm glad. You're a great girl, and you deserve the best.
But I don't want the best. I want you, Al. Gee, I wish there was something I could do to help you.
Ah, thanks, chicken. But a guy like me with my ideas has got to mix with the right people. If I could only meet a man who's a millionaire.
Well, Al, suppose you met a millionaire who's got money besides.
Irma, what do you mean?
Well, Al, I'm throwing a dinner party tonight.
Dinner party?
Uh-huh. Yes, I've invited Jane's boss over. You know, the millionaire Richard Rylander III.
Richard Rylander III?
Yeah, she's crazy about him. And I thought an intimate gathering would bring them together socially, and financially it would bring the two of you together. So why don't you just surprise us and drop over casually after dinner?
The millionaire Richard Rylander III. You know, Irma, if a guy like me, with my ideas, could meet a millionaire like Jane's boss, it would be a natural combination.
Oh, wonderful, Al! It'll be perfect! I can kill you and Jane with one stone.
But won't Jane mind my coming?
No, it's a surprise party. She doesn't even know Richard Rylander's coming.
Thanks, baby. You're a genius. I'll be there.
Oh, before you go, Al, haven't you forgotten something?
Huh? Oh, yeah. What time does Rylander get here?
Irma, has Al left yet? Oh.
Just leaving now. So long, ladies. See you later.
We're having a dinner party?
Yes, I've invited your boss, Richard Rylander, to dinner tonight.
You've invited my boss to dinner tonight? Here? Irma, how could you?
It's simple. He called up, asked to talk to you, and you were busy, so I invited him.
Oh, no. This is a dream.
And after dinner, Al's going to come over. It'll be a wonderful party.
Oh, no. This is a nightmare. Hand me that phone. Oh, maybe it's not too late to stop him. Oh, dear. Hello? Hello? Is Mr. Rylander there? He's not. Well, could you please tell me where he went? Oh, he left to go to a dinner party at Miss Jane Stacy's. Thank you.
Jane, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just writing a suicide note. Well, Richard Rylander III is coming to dinner. Now I'm really trapped because I told him that I lived in an artistic neighborhood. Well, finally 7:30 rolled around and Richard would be arriving any minute. And Irma wasn't ready. Irma, sweetie, it's 7:30.
I know, Jane. I'm just getting into my dress. How do you like it?
Don't you think you ought to get a little further into it?
Al likes this dress.
Al would. But Mr. Rylander wouldn't. Now, come on, huh?
Okay.
Now, Irma, let's not be nervous, huh? Let's take it easy. Let's see. Now, first we serve. Oh, he's here? Oh, he's here. Now listen, Irma, I'm not worried. Oh, I'm not worried. I've got confidence in you, and I know you'll do everything right, because if you don't, I think I'll kill myself first, and then you. Come in!
I beg your pardon, but does Jane Stacy live? Oh, of course. Good evening, Jane. I didn't recognize you for a moment.
That's because she didn't take the curlers out of her hair.
Oh, how silly of me. Come in, Mr. Rhinelander. May I present my roommate, Irma?
How do you do?
Hello.
Irma, would you mind taking Mr. Rhinelander's hat?
I can't,
Why not?
because his head is still in it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here it is.
Won't you sit down, Mr. Rhinelander?
Oh, thank you, Jane, but you don't have to be so formal. My friends always call me Richard.
Thank you. Cigarette, Richard?
Thank you.
Match, Richard.
Thank you.
Ashtray, Richard.
Thank you. Cigarette, Irma.
Thank you.
Match, Irma.
Thank you.
Ashtray, Irma.
No, thank you. I don't smoke.
My, what a charming apartment you have here. When will the remodeling be finished?
Remodeling? This is it.
Yes. It's small, but our neighbors are so interesting. Artists, writers, musicians. You know, for instance, there's a very famous violinist who lives downstairs, Professor Kropotkin.
Kropotkin? Kropotkin.
Yes, he plays in the Paradise Burlesque.
Yes. A lot of our neighbors are eccentric, but they're all artistic.
Oh, I know what you mean. A charming environment.
Shall we go into dinner? Oh, if I live to be the oldest woman in the United States and Canada, I'll never forget that dinner. It started with Irma taking from the right and serving from the left. She did a lot of little dropping in the middle, too. Then, when we got to dessert, it's the first time I ever tasted cauliflower sherbet. So much for the food. The conversation was a monster in its own right. Richard said,
Fortunately, I've been able to travel considerably. Irma, do you like to travel?
And Irma says,
Oh, yes, it's really the only way to get any place.
Well, finally it was over, and we decided to have our coffee in the living room.
Well, Jane, that was an excellent dinner.
Thank you.
Wonderful food.
That's nothing unusual. We always have food for dinner.
Oh, Irma, you have a priceless wit, hasn't she, Jane?
She has? Oh, yes, she has.
You know, Mr. Rhinelander, I envy Jane working for you.
Yes, the investment business can be exciting. But, you know, I wish I had more time for sports.
Oh, you do love sports, don't you, Richard?
Yes. I don't like to brag or appear stuffy. But at college I won my lever in 6 different sports.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, and weren't you voted the best-looking man on campus?
Oh, well, Jane, that was only kid stuff. But getting back to sports, since going into business with Dad, well, he's sort of kept me hopping. Well, you know how the office is, but Jane, with you being the capable secretary you are, I've been able to find more time for squash at the athletic club.
I swim, ride horseback, play tennis, bowl, and shoot pool.
Irma, do you really do all those things?
No, but I have to keep up my end of the conversation.
Irma, we know you're in the conversation, dear. Just take it easy.
Well, now, let's get down to business. When are you two going to get married?
Irma! Oh, Richard, I really don't know what to say.
Well, Irma, I'm very fond of Jane, but of course, as you know, there's my father.
Your father? Let him get his own girl.
Oh, Irma! Oh, come in.
Hiya, folks.
What a surprise! Look, Jane, it's Al.
Oh, the next time you hear is Jane Stacy blowing her brains out.
Al, I'd like you to meet Richard Rhinelander III. Richard, this is my boyfriend, Al.
How do you do?
Well, hiya, Richard. I heard a lot about you.
Richard, wouldn't Wouldn't you care to go to a movie or something?
So, Rich, what's new on the street?
The street?
Yeah, you know, the exchange.
Oh, well, cotton was a little slow this past week.
Uh-huh. I knew it. What about steel?
It's a little low.
I knew it, Richard. You can see for yourself the handwritings on the wall.
Really?
You gotta get out of Wall Street.
I do?
Absolutely. Sure. You can plug along making $1 million here and $1 million there, but have you got security?
Well, Al, I'm pretty satisfied with the investment business. Granddad was president. Then Father became president. And soon I'll become president.
You see what I mean, Irma?
Yeah, the whole family's in a rut.
But it's not too late, Rich. There's a place for you in my organization.
Richard, let's go to a movie.
No, Jane, let him talk. This whole thing may develop into a merger.
Merger. You're right, Irma. Richard, I'm going to make you a big man. How would you like to team up with me?
Well, I already...
Now listen to me, Richard. Here's the plan. We've a chance to corner the market on surplus ripcords. We'll go into the open market, see? We'll buy short, sell long.
Irma, you've ruined me. Imagine him coming from his mansion on Park Avenue to this dump. Now your boyfriend Al is trying to sell him ripcords?
But Jane, Al's only trying to fix it so he has security.
Irma, I have news for you. Richard Rylander III has $5 million he hasn't even counted yet.
But after he counts it, what then? He'll be in a rut.
By inviting him to dinner, Irma, you ruined me.
Well, General Motors, go for it, Richard. Their tongues are hanging out for ripcords.
Well, Al, I really don't know if the...
Richard, I mean, Mr. Rylander, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Sorry? About what?
About bringing you down here and having you to meet people like Al and Irma.
Why, Jane, you have nothing to be sorry about. I like Al and Irma. They're so natural and honest.
Ah, Dickie, thank you for that vote of confidence.
Gee, I'm so happy for you, Mr. Rylander. Now you can have security.
You see, Jane?
Oh, you see, Richard, I mean, you were so wealthy and you live on Park Avenue and everything, and I thought your coming here, well, I tried to impress you, and I guess I've just been a fool. And I don't know what to say.
Well, I'd like to say thank you, Jane, for a splendid evening. I like your apartment, and I think Al and Irma are swell. And Al, if you've got time, I'd like you to drop by the office, and maybe we could go over your ripcord idea at length. Well, I've got to run along now. Good night, Jane, and please invite me again real soon.
Goodbye, Richard.
Well, gotta run now.
Where you going, honey?
Where am I going? Now I gotta see if I can get a hold of some ripcords.
That's my friend Al.
And that's my friend Irma.
My Friend Irma was written and directed by Cy Howard. This is WHIT, in conjunction with CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System. And we are off the air. This concludes the first half of our evening's broadcast. Now, during this intermission, in about 10 minutes or so, we will hold our grand prize drawing. So, gentlemen, enjoy a good smoke. And ladies, please keep your powder room visits as brief as possible. See you in 10 minutes. Okay.
Hazel, yes. Your pants are in the cup.
Good job. You did nice and loud. Good job. Another one. That eraser.
Yeah.
Jacob's hat on. I don't know where they are. I don't know.
Let me here's one for you.
Yeah. That's the worst. They're worse like. Yeah. Good luck. Yes.
Oh, I'm not. No, I don't think the drawing somebody in the audience does. So they gotta be fair.
Well, exactly. This is still going to be 7.
You know that one of the
Or on the movement probably the other place.
Well, not all the time, but fighting for their shirts. Fighting for their shirts. Right? So.
Actually, I didn't get enough point. There was a point that we actually decided to
Yeah. It's like 7.
money that's not
There's coffee, juice, and cookies out there, folks.
Yeah.
Abby. More?
Lady is Steph. Kareem.
Got your message there. That's you. But
half the money in the house was
Morgan thought he might want to go, but he kept him home. wasn't my fault. I might be sure. It wasn't my fault. Yeah. Yes, it was. And you were not anything to do with that.
It's the first week of school. She's a union rep, so she gets those meetings in up there. 6 o'clock meeting that goes till 11.
My first day with kids.
I started that day at 5.
Yeah, I mean,
no, it was great. I finished about 2 hours.
Thursday night, I came home. I left work Thursday.
This class is done, and then Monday they start again. Law 1 and college 1.
I had been that tired. Like I had no regrets. If anything had happened, I would have been dead. I thought. And then he went to go practice this.
Just doing it.
Oh, lost it. Yeah. And the whole time, I'm like, it was like, oh, I'm tired. It's my fault. Absolutely, 100% me.
Very forward this time.
I found it. Bring those. Go scream.
Two minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes.
seems to be a family. Yeah, you got it.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Me either.
Check his citizenship.
And this one?
Keep on in the case.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 of our evening broadcast. We will now hold the drawing for our special grand prize. And here comes our lovely young intern, Lydia Lamour. Good evening, Lydia.
Good evening, Mr. Hall.
You know, Lydia, I am told that you are quite the rising young starlet. Why, I heard the producers just go for your face, that casting directors go for your face, why, even the newspapers go for your face.
Oh, that's why my boyfriend calls me Go-Face.
Oh, that isn't right. Why, you have the prettiest face east of the Mississippi.
Is there someone prettier west of Mississippi?
Have you ever seen Mount Rushmore?
Sure. Which one did you pose for?
Never mind. Well, Lydia, shall we choose the winning ticket?
Sure, Mr. Hall.
And to be sure that our choice is 100% fair, we will ask someone in our studio audience to volunteer to reach into the hat. Young man, you sitting right there. You just stand right where you are. We're going to come over. Just draw up, put your hand right in there and pull out the winning number. When you hand it to the young lady, please. Young lady, please announce the winning number or winning name.
Riley 4.
Riley? Who's Riley? Congratulations. Congratulations. You have won our special grand prize, which is 2 wonderful pot holders made of genuine John Deere tractor fabric and a $15 gift certificate to the Square Biscuit Restaurant.
Who is it? Who is it?
Who's Riley?
Riley?
There's our winner.
Here's the winner.
Riley.
Probably Pam.
Well, hold on to it. We'll have to hold on to that and get it back to them later. Watch your step, young lady. All right, thank you. Now, it's time to go back on the air again. So sit back and enjoy the radio. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The correct time is 7:50. This is WHIT, Camp Wihakawi. Radio you can enjoy. Presenting for the first time on radio, the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon and Dale Arden.
These thrilling adventures come to you as depicted each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. Racing high above the earth, comfortably seated in a giant airliner, Flash Gordon, internationally famous athlete, looks admiringly across the aisle at Dale Arden, the lovely young companion of his air voyage. The minds of both are intent on the terrible destruction which for many months has been approaching the earth with terrific speed. Suddenly, there's a violent jar. The plane lurches into a spinning nosedive. Flash Gordon's trained muscles carry him across the aisle to the frightened girl, to gather her in his arms, and then leap free of the falling plane. And pulling the ripcord of his parachute, glides to earth.
Don't be frightened, Dale. The plane will crash, but we're safe.
Yes, thanks to you.
Hold fast. We're landing now. Careful. Easy.
Oh!
Are you all right, Dale?
Yes.
Good.
Oh, look, Flash. There's a large steel door. It's closing.
Why, that's the laboratory of the great scientist, Dr. Hans Zarkov. He's coming this way. I hope you'll pardon us for breaking in on you so unceremoniously, Doctor, but you see we had to bail out.
I see you for what you are. Spies.
come to steal my secrets. But I have the answer for that. Come with me.
Put that gun away, Professor Zarkov. The man is mad, Dale. We'll have to humor him. All right, Professor. All right. We'll come with you.
Get down this ladder. Into this tower. Down, I tell you.
All right, all right.
There now. We are in my rocket ship. And in 10 seconds, we will be on our way to the new planet. We will all die. Die for science.
Oh, Flash, the doctor is mad. This rocket ship is breaking away from the Earth with the speed of light.
Hold tight, Dale. We'll escape somewhere.
To the new planet. The new planet. We three will save the Earth.
Dr. Zarkov, there's still time to swing your rocket ship out of the path of the new planet.
No! No!
What will you gain for science if we're all killed in the crash?
I know who you are, Flash Gordon, the world's greatest athlete. But your trained strength will not save you. Only my mind, the mind of Zarkov, the scientist, can save you. Can save any human soul upon the earth.
The turbo drive. He's reaching for the controls.
Stand aside, Dr. Zarkov.
Feel it! The gravitational pull of the new planet. We crash in 5 seconds.
The rocket ship hits the planet. Dr. Zarkov and Dale are thrown from the rocket ship unconscious. Flash is thrown clear of the wreckage and lands on his feet uninjured. He rushes to the side of the unconscious girl, picks her up, and starts to carry her toward the distant towers of a city on this weird new planet. Suddenly, strange soldiers armed with ray guns appear, and, capturing Dale and Flash, force them to come with them to the throne room of Ming the Merciless, Emperor of Mongo, and Supreme Ruler of the Universe.
O thou indulgent Ming, most merciless majesty of Mongo, supreme ruler of all the peoples of the new planet, thy slaves salute thee.
Good. Ming shall right the earth people.
Thy slaves obey, O Ming the Merciless.
Get your hands off me. I'm no slave. I'll meet your emperor as a free man and an equal.
So, Earthman, you're a free man and my equal. Throw him to the red monkey men in the arena. I'll be forced to make this free man my equal.
There is thy freedom, Earthman. Now you go into the arena to meet the red monkey men of Mongoid.
No!
Don't worry, dear. Emperor Ming, I will show you that I, a free man from the earth, are more than a match for your brainless red monkey men.
Flash reaches the bottom step leading to the arena. He leaps at the nearest monkey man. Grasping the fallen man beast under the armpit, Flash whirls around, knocking the others in all directions. Emperor Ming, fearing that his monkey men will all be killed, orders his soldiers to destroy Flash with their ray guns. In the midst of the confusion, Princess Aura, the beautiful young daughter of Emperor Ming, calls to Flash.
Quick, brave Earthman, this way. Here to my balcony.
Flash leaps to the royal balcony and joins the gorgeously jeweled princess, who commands the slaves to keep back while she takes Flash through a secret door and into a secret passage leading to a private elevator. The two get in. Aura closes the door and presses the switch.
Who are you, beautiful maiden?
I am the princess, Aura, only daughter of Ming the Merciless.
Princess, I owe you my life.
You are brave and handsome and strong. You must not end so young. I have never seen anyone like you, Earthman.
Where I come from, Princess, there are many stronger men. And better looking, but tell me, Princess, where are you taking me?
I am taking you to the private landing frame of my own rocket car. There you will be safe. We have arrived, Earthman. Get into this car. No one can harm you here.
But, Princess, I don't...
Hurry, hurry!
But, Princess Aura, how am I to rescue the Earth girl, Dale Arden?
That is why you are in my private rocket car, Earthman.
Why? What do you mean?
Dale Arden can never be rescued by you.
But, Princess,
As for you, Earthman, you shall love me or die.
Meanwhile, back in the palace, Emperor Ming is talking with Dale Arden.
Your companion, Flash Gordon, has escaped, but not for long. My men will soon capture him.
What are you going to do with me, Emperor Ming?
You are pleasing to me, Earth woman. You will become my wife.
Never! I don't love you!
We men of Mongo have no human traits. No love, no mercy, no kindness. Whether you love me or not makes no difference. You shall become my wife as soon as the ceremony can be arranged.
Your Majesty, look into the spaceograph. Our city is being bombarded by the space gyros of the Lion Men.
The Lion Men? Order the entire fleet to attack.
In the terrific battle which takes place between Emperor Ming's space fleet and the gyros of the Lion Men, the attacking gyros are driven off. The rocket ship in which Flash Gordon has been held captive is destroyed, and Flash is thrown to the ground unconscious. He opens his eyes to find himself staring into the great bearded face of Thun, Prince of the Lion Men. Thun lets his great sword fall as he sees Flash Gordon's white skin.
Who art thou, white-skinned youth? Speak! Answer me before I cleave thy white body in pieces! Art thou a new kind of soldier of Ming the Merciless?
I am the sworn enemy of that fiend Emperor Ming of Mongo. He has captured a girl who is from the earth, like myself. I live only to rescue her.
An Earthman, thou sayest?
Yes.
And an enemy of Ming the Merciless?
That's right. Tell me, are you friend or enemy?
I am Sun, Prince of the Lion Men, hereditary enemies of the men of Mongo. If thou would accept me as thy friend, Earthman, I will gladly join thee against Ming the Merciless.
I am called Flash Gordon upon the earth, your highness.
Call me Sun, friend, and I will call thee Flash.
Friend Thun, do you know how we can gain admittance to the palace that we may rescue Dale Arden?
Come, I will show thee a secret way into the palace.
Good.
The Emperor Ming is away pursuing my gyro fleet. We may be able to rescue the Earth Girl before Ming's return.
Flash Gordon and his powerful newfound friend go first to the space gyro of Prince Thun, and there they gaze intently into the thought projector, in which they not only see Dale Arden captive, but also a secret way leading into the throne room of the palace. The secret passage is known as the Tunnel of Terror, because of the deadly beast which lie within its gloomy walls. Fighting each step of the way, Flash and his new friend Prince Thun finally find themselves within the palace. A door with great steel bolts stands before them.
Quick, Thun! This door must lead directly to the center of the palace.
From my memory of the palace, I should say that beyond this door is the great throne room of the Emperor Ming.
All right, then. Here we go. There. You're right, Thun. It is the throne room.
Yes. This great statue before us is the god of death, which stands at the top of the altar steps, directly behind the throne of the Emperor.
Listen. Thun, what's that?
Cry, the great god Pau! It is the royal wedding procession. Ming the Merciless is taking another bride.
He's coming up the altar steps, Thun. I'm going to look around the idol.
To look around the idol means death. Thou must not. Come back. Come back, Flash.
Thun, save yourself. I'm going to the rescue of my Earth friend, Dale Arden. She's being forced into a marriage with Ming the Merciless.
Prince, son of the Lion Man, does not save himself at the expense of his friends. If thou must die, I will die fighting with thee.
Dale! This way, Dale!
After them!
This way, Dale!
Down this passage, Earthling, and fast as thou can run, quick you!
They're swarming up the altar steps. Help me topple the idol over on them. Now, 1, 2, 3!
With a grinding crash, the giant idol topples over on the onrushing soldiers of Ming the Merciless, killing those in front and throwing into confusion the entire company. Flash Gordon and Prince Thun, with Dale between them, dash into the secret passage. The way becomes steeper. They slip and fall down, 100 feet more, or into a whirling underground river. They're swept along down a raging current and over falls into a lake. With powerful strokes, Flash sets out for the shore, towing Dale by the hair. They reach the shore, and as Flash reaches down to drag Dale to safety, he screams and disappears, beneath the calm surface of the lake, clutched in two powerful green scaly arms. With no thought of his own safety, Flash Gordon dives to Dale's rescue and finds an adventure stranger than any which has gone before. Follow the thrilling adventures of Flash Gordon and Dale Arden each Sunday in your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Only in the Comic Weekly can you follow the escapades of the Katzenjammer Kids, or thrill to the adventures of King of the Royal Mounted. Only in the Comic Weekly can you enjoy the good, clean fun of Bringing Up Father, Tilly the Toiler, Way Out West, or Barney Google. Be sure you get this all-color Comic Weekly supplement with your copy of next Sunday's Hearst newspaper. And don't fail to listen again next week to the continuation of the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon and Dale Arden.
The correct time is 8:02, and this is the Square Biscuit Hour.
Another cup of coffee, George?
Sure. Pour me a cup, Gracie. Hey, this is pretty good.
Thank you, George. I'll tell them.
Tell who?
The biscuits.
What have biscuits got to do with this coffee?
They made it.
Biscuits made the coffee?
Yes, in their restaurants.
Ah, the Square Biscuits.
Oh, you've met them. Aren't they nice people?
And they make good coffee.
Yes, it's the Square Biscuit Restaurant Hour with George Burns and Gracie Allen. For America's Thursday night comedy enjoyment, it's George and Gracie. And for America's everyday dining, it's the Square Biscuit Restaurant in the heart of Northfield. You must try their genuine Southern-style cooking.
Well, Gracie, who's our first guest?
Oh, we have a wonderful singer, Deborah Farr. You know her, George. She lives here in Vermont.
She does?
Yes, when she isn't having her hair done.
You mean she moves every time she wants to get her hair done?
How would I know? She gets her hair done in New Hampshire.
Why don't we bring in Deborah?
Good idea. And here she is. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Gracie. Hi, George.
Hi. What have you got for us tonight, Miss Farr?
Everything.
I don't think you should say that to George, Deb. He might get the wrong idea.
What idea is that?
Oh, you know. I don't want him thinking about food while we are doing the show.
Of course not.
You can think about another cup of the biscuits coffee.
Yes, I'll do that. Meanwhile, I think Miss Farr is ready to sing.
I have eyes for you to give you dirty looks. I have words that do not come from children's books. There's a trick with a knife I'm learning to do, and everything I've got belongs to you. I have powerful anesthesia in my fist, and the perfect wrist to give your neck a twist. There are hammerlock holds, I'm learning a few, and everything I've got belongs to you. Share for share, share alike. You get struck each time I strike. You for me for you. I'll give you plenty of nothing. I'm not yours for better but for worse. And I've learned to give the well-known witch's curse. I've a terrible tongue and a temper for two, and everything I've got belongs to you. He's a living being that isn't quite alive. He has brains enough for any child of 5. Oh, he isn't too rich in vigor and vim, but everything I've got belongs to him. He's a naughty brat that can't be left alone. He has eyes for every skirt except my own. Even under a tree, he'll grab for a limb, but everything I've got belongs to him. Then at night we'll sleep and sleep, sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep, sleep and sleep, sleep and sleep. I'll give him plenty of nothing. When I see that funny face, I know something scared his mother 40 years ago. But I'll never let go, he'll never get free, 'cause everything he's got, it's not a lot. that belongs to me.
That was just wonderful.
I agree.
Well, thank you. See you later.
Gosh, she has such a lovely voice.
Yes, she does.
And a nice hairstyle.
Hair. Where do you get your hair cut, Gracie?
Mostly in the back.
And I get mine cut in the front.
Oh, George, you're silly.
Better be silly than dizzy.
I'm not dizzy, you know.
No?
No, I'm very bright.
Oh, you made up your mind that you're bright, huh?
Yes. What?
How bright?
Well, you know those crossword puzzles?
Yes?
Well, I make them up.
You make them up.
Yes.
Well, make one up for me.
All right. What starts with W and, well, I don't know how many letters it is. What is it?
It starts with W and you don't know how many letters it
Yes,
is.
what is it?
Can you give me a hint?
Well, men shave with it.
Men shave with it.
Yes, that's a little hint.
It starts with W and men shave with it. The only thing I can think of that men shave with is a razor.
Excuse me, Gracie, George, did you know that when you are in the mood for some quiet time away from it all, you can book a cabin at the woods of Weekahoe? Yes, folks, the woods of Weekahoe are quiet days in the sun by the pool, quiet nights listening to the trees grow and the stream trickle, and great hosts who cater to your every need.
I didn't know that.
I did.
Well, you should. You're there right now. Nice, huh?
You know, I think it's time for another guest. Who's next?
That nice man from the country.
Do you mean Hank Williams or Woody Guthrie?
Yeah, that one. He's so sweet with that accent and all. He reminds me of my brother.
Your brother has a country accent?
Of course. After all, he lives in the country.
Where does he live?
In Montpelier.
Montpelier is the country?
No, dummy. Montpelier is a city.
I thought you said he lives in the country.
He does. He lives right here in America.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Woody Guthrie.
Well, thank you, Mr. Burns. Gracie? Hi, folks. There's something been baffling me for quite a while. I wanted to run it by y'all, see what you think. You know, we all understand it's a crime to rob a bank, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, then why is it okay for the banks to rob us? Well, anyways, a friend of mine I wrote a song about, and kind of play with that idea right here. If you gather round me, children, a story I will tell. A pretty boy, Floyd, an outlaw, how he knew him well. He was in the town of Northfield. It was Saturday afternoon. His wife beside him in his wagon was into town they rode. His deputy sheriff approached him in a manner rather rude, using vulgar words of language his wife she overheard. Well, pretty boy grabbed a log chain, the deputy grabbed his gun, and in the fight that followed, he laid that deputy down. There's many a starving farmer, his same old story told, how this outlaw paid their mortgage and saved their little home. Others tell you of a stranger that came to beg a meal, and underneath his napkin left $1,000 bill. It was in Oklahoma City, it was on Christmas Day. There come a cold carload of groceries with a letter that did say, well, you say that I'm an outlaw, you say that I'm a thief, so here's a Christmas dinner for the families on relief. As through this world I ramble, I see lots of funny men. Some will rob you with a 6-gun, some will rob you with a pen. But as through your life you travel, as through your life you roam, you'll never see an outlaw rob a family of their home.
Thank you, Mr. Stanchfield.
Is it our turn?
What'd you say?
I said, is it our turn?
Who are you?
Oh, George, you know Ma Kettle and a friend Mabel.
I do?
Yes, and you even invited them to come and do the show.
I did?
Don't you remember? We were having a picnic, and you said we should bring some ants on the show to liven it up. Well, here are some ants.
Your ants?
No, silly. The Biscuits ants.
Of course. Well, ladies, take it away.
Well, Mabel, how did your visit with Cousin Stan go out in Morrisville?
Just fine, honey. You know, Stan sure is a successful fellow.
Successful? Why, he lives all the way out in the middle of nowhere. There isn't a paved road within 20 miles of his place. He is forever having to tow people out of that swamp he calls a road in front of his farm. Don't see how he finds time to make a living.
Well, he charges folks 10 cents to tow them out of that muddy hole. Just yesterday, he made over $1 towing.
$1? Well, if he's towing people all day, when does he have time to plow his fields? At night?
Nope. Night is when he waters the hole in the road. You know, Stan told me about an experiment he was trying out on his chickens. Since everyone is so partial to drumsticks, he figured he'd try to raise chickens with bigger legs. Got some pamphlets from the government on G-net sticks or something like that.
Oh, was it successful?
Well, he saw one outrun a Model T.
That is fast. I wonder how they taste.
Can't say. He hasn't been able to catch one yet.
Oh, he also tried to cross a rooster with a cow. He figured to call it a cock-a-doodle-moo.
Now, those would have to be cows with a sense of humor. Maybe you should call them laughing stock.
Yeah, and since chickens can't remember nothing, you know what kind of milk they'd give?
Milk of amnesia?
That's a good one.
Hey, Ma, who's the piano player?
I think his name is Johnny something.
Well, Johnny something, can you play for us?
Here's a tune by my friend George Gershwin.
Well, you know, I am not a food expert, but I can tell you that the meal I had the other night at the Square Biscuit restaurant was just fabulous. Each time I finished a course, my mouth started watering for the next one. Until dessert. Once I finished eating a slice of their homemade pie, well, I don't think I could have managed one more bite. So listen, folks, if you want a great meal that is tasty and filling, stop in at the Square Biscuit soon. Oh, you better make a reservation first. They are very popular.
Do you know if the Woods has an outhouse?
They do, but time passes kind of funny there.
How's that?
Well, it can seem like a few minutes or like an hour, depending upon what side of the door you're on.
Hi, ladies. Is it our turn yet?
Boys? Well, howdy, boys. And now
I
the
think we're
square...
supposed to be on.
Yes, come on up. Well, boys, and now the Square Biscuits Hour brings you music, gives you music lovers a special performance of New Britain's favorite jug band players, the Harbor City Slickers, and their special brand of music.
All set, fellas?
Thank you.
Well, while you're tuning up, perhaps you fellas can introduce yourself and tell us what instruments you play.
Sure enough. My name's Homer, and I play this thing. And this here over here is Lyle, and he, what do you play, Lyle?
I play this thing.
Oh, right. And who are you?
My name's Dinty. I play shortstop.
All right, there we go. What song shall we do first, boys?
Well, that corn on the cob for dinner was awfully good. It made me think of hot corn, cold corn.
Popcorn.
Hot corn, cold corn,
Bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Fairly well, pretty girls sing in the morning, yes, sir.
It's upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. See Uncle Bill just a-wearing and a-pitching.
Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Fairly well, pretty girls sing in the morning, yes, sir.
Go Wild! Oh, Peggy, won't you fill him up again? Oh, Peggy, won't you fill him up again? Oh, Peggy, won't you fill him up again? Ain't had a drink since the Lord knows when.
Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Fairly well, pretty girls, see you in the morning, yes, sir.
Well, gonna come the preacher and the children are crying. Gonna come the preacher and the children are crying. Gonna come the preacher and the children are crying. Chicken that's a ringing and the toenails flying.
Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Fairly well, pretty girls, singing in the morning, yes, sir.
Well, the preacher's in the church and he's waking up the morning. Preacher in the church and he's waking up the morning. Preacher's in the church and he's waking up the morning. Children in the outhouse eating bread and honey.
Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a David John. Fairly well, pretty girls, singing in the morning, yes, sir.
Maybe Black-Eyed Susie?
What key is that in?
Oh,
I don't have that key.
Well, try one of these.
Oh, thanks.
Must be one of them.
Black-eyed Susie's about half grown. Jumps on a man like a dog on a bone.
Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hey.
If your mama knew she can you hide, daddy would hunt me dead or alive.
Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hey.
I gave her little brother a big $7. See your daddy coming in and set a holler.
Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hey. Hey, old man, I want your dollar to chop my wood, carry my water. Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hey.
All I need to make me happy, two baby girls are calling me pappy. One named Mila, the other one Abby. One's a little demon, one's a little daddy.
Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hey. Love my wife, love my baby, love my biscuits, something gravy. Hey, black-eyed Susie, hey, pretty little black-eyed Susie, hey, 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 hey.
What was that? We getting scale again?
What you gonna do with your quarter?
I think I'll take that train down to Mount Pelier and see Crazy Mary.
You can't mention Crazy Mary on the radio.
Okay, then I didn't.
Kind of ugly, huh?
Seen prettier moose. Oh, look. There's Mr. Abbott.
Hey, ladies, have you seen Costello here?
No, handsome.
Hey, Abbott! Abbott! Hey, Abbott!
Get over here! Will you listen to me, please? Did you go hunting with your Uncle Artie Stebbins last Saturday?
What did you say?
I said, did you go hunting with your Uncle Artie Stebbins last Saturday?
Yeah, and a terrible thing happened. A great big bear snuck up behind us, grabbed Uncle Artie's gun out of his hand, and stuck it into his back.
What did Uncle Artie do?
What could he do? He married the bear's daughter.
You dummy. I didn't think you'd ever went hunting in your life, and I don't believe you ever did. I bet you haven't even got a hunting license.
Oh, I have too. Here it is.
Wait a minute. This is no hunting license. This is a picture of Hedy Lamarr.
You hunt where you like, and I'll hunt when I like.
You hunter. Why, that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? My brother-in-law used to hunt alligators.
Alligators?
Yeah. One time, an alligator was just about to attack my brother-in-law, and I fired off both barrels of my trusty rifle.
Did you kill the alligator?
See this wallet?
Yeah, genuine alligator.
No, genuine brother-in-law.
Yeah. Hey, listen to me, though. You should have been with me on my elephant hunt in Africa last year. Oh, there I was, surrounded by elephants. One big bull elephant started towards me. I said to myself, I'm trapped. Abbott, you're trapped. Should I run or stand here and shoot the bull?
You've been doing all right up to now.
All right. Well, I shot him. The elephant fell and broke a tusk.
Broke a what?
A tusk.
Tusk to you, too, and a couple of po-pos.
I can see you know nothing about elephants.
I once hunted elephants in India with an old acquaintance of mine, and an elephant sat on him. Someday, I gotta go back there.
Why?
To scrape up an old acquaintance.
Costello, now tomorrow, I'm going hunting in the high Sierras, and I'd like you to come along with me.
Gee, thanks, Abbott. Say, you've done a lot of hunting. What do they call those little flies that buzz around the animals?
Gnats.
I asked you a civil question. What do they call those little flies?
Gnats!
Gnats to you too, brother.
No, you dummy. Gnats are the flies that annoy the animals. Of course, some of them have ticks.
Why don't they take those sticks and give the flies a good thrashing?
I didn't say sticks, I said ticks. For instance, there's deer ticks.
The deer ticks?
Certainly deer ticks.
Who wound them up?
Nobody wound them up.
I don't want to make some tick.
Costello, listen to me, please. When I say deer ticks, I don't mean the deer ticks. I'm talking about animal ticks. Hundreds of animals in the woods have ticks.
That must be a pretty sound. Hundreds of animals all getting together in the woods, and they just start ticking all at once.
Costello, you're getting more stupid every day. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to say to you. I've tried it, and I've tried to improve your mind, but I just can't seem to get anywhere.
Why don't you face it, Abbott? You're a failure.
Well, Gracie, I think we've had enough aunts, don't you?
Yeah, and uncles, too.
We have a special treat now, Gracie. She's a local.
We're having a train on?
Not a local. She's local. She's a new kid we discovered singing on the street corner in Northfield.
Oh, I know her, George. She's not a local. She lives here.
Right. Well, let's welcome her anyway. Miss Daisy Lane.
Thank you.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke up, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. No, please don't take my sunshine away.
lovely voice, and she waits, too.
Waits for what?
People, silly.
She waits for people on the corner?
No, in the Square Biscuit Restaurant.
Of course. I think it's time for Dennis Knight now.
Did someone mention my name?
Look, George, it's Dennis Knight. Well, Dennis, I guess you're going to be our last guest tonight. What have you got for us?
Well, Gracie, you know, I just got engaged.
Yes, I heard. What's it like?
Well, it's a little like getting a bicycle for Christmas, but you can't ride it until the summer.
Not even around the living room?
I think we better let Dennis. We should change the subject.
I should think you could at least ring the bell while you wait.
Yes, let's change the subject.
How about a song, Dennis?
I think this one might be just right. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, have faith in pandemonium, liable to ride upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta bring joy up to the maximum, keep gloom down to the minimum, have faith or pandemonium, liable to rise upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between!
Look, Gracie, did you know that tonight there will be another special address to the nation by the president?
You mean Marguerite Moore is going to address the nation?
Who is Marguerite Moore?
The president!
Marguerite Moore is president of the United States?
No, silly. She's president of the Northfield Labor Day celebration.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night!
And this concludes tonight's WHIT broadcasting. Good night from lovely Northfield, Vermont. And the correct time is 8:30.
Of the raffle, and it was Nicole D. Dominica. So here you go. That's it, we're done.
Thank you, Grace. The house lights are coming on. Oh, you were awesome.
There's a right beach, too, I might add.
Well, good job. Nice job.
I knew you were.
Remember something? Oh, yes.
I saw your
Oh, wherever are we coming from? That was outstanding. You are outstanding in your field, your field. But I'm
Successful?
Well, he saw one outrun a Model T.
That is fast. I wonder how they taste.
Can't say. He hasn't been able to catch one yet.
Oh, he also tried to cross a rooster with a cow. He figured to call it a cock-a-doodle-moo.
Now, those would have to be cows with a sense of humor. Maybe you should call them laughing stock.
Yeah, and since chickens can't remember nothing, you know what kind of milk they give?
Milk of amnesia?
That's a good one.
Hey, Ma, who's the cute piano player?
I think his name is Johnny something.
Well, Johnny something, can you play for us?
Here's a tune by my friend George Gershwin.
I am not a food expert, but I can tell you that the meal I had the other night at the Square Biscuit Restaurant was just fabulous. Each time I finished a course, my mouth started watering for the next one, until dessert. Once I finished eating a slice of their homemade pie, well, I don't think I could have managed one more bite. So listen, folks, if you want a great meal that is tasty and filling, stop in at the Square Biscuit soon. Oh, you better make a reservation first. They are very popular.
Do you know if the Woods has an outhouse?
They do, but time passes kind of funny there.
How's that?
Well, it can seem like a few minutes or like an hour, depending upon what side of the door you're on.
Hi, ladies. Is it our turn
Howdy,
yet?
boys.
Well, howdy, boys. And now
I
the
think we're
Square...
supposed to be on.
Yes, come on up. Well, boys, and now the Square Biscuits Hour brings you music, gives you music lovers a special performance of New Britain's favorite jug band players, the Hardware City Slickers, and their special brand of music.
All set, fellas?
Thank you.
Well, while you're tuning up, perhaps you fellas could introduce yourself and tell us what instruments you play.
Sure enough. My name's Homer, and I play this thing, and this here over here is Lyle, and he, what do you play, Lyle?
I play this thing.
Oh, right. And who are you?
My name's Dinty. I play shortstop.
All right, there we go. What song shall we do first, boys?
Well, that corn on the cob for dinner was awfully good. It made me think of popcorn, cold corn.
Popcorn.
Hot corn, cold corn,
Bring along the David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the David John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the David John. Very well, pretty girls sing in the morning, yes, sir.
It's upstairs, downstairs. downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. See Uncle Bill just a-wearing and a-pitching. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Get a well pretty girl singing in the morning. Yes, sir. Go wild. Hold on, Peggy, won't you fill him up again? Hold on, Peggy, won't you fill him up again? Hold on, Peggy, won't you fill him up again? Ain't had a drink since the Lord knows when. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Still a well, pretty well, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Well, yonder come the preacher and the children are crying. Yonder come the preacher and the children are crying. Yonder come the preacher and the children are crying. Chicken that's on him and the toenails flying. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Tell the well, pretty girl singing in the morning. Yes, sir. Well, the preacher's in the church and he's waking up the morning. The preacher in the church, yeah, he's waking up the morning. Preacher's in the church, yeah, he's waking up the morning. Children in the outhouse eating baby's honey. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a Demi John. Pretty well, pretty girl singing in the morning. Yes, sir.
Maybe Black-Eyed Susie?
What key's that in?
Oh,
I don't have that key.
Well, try one of these.
Oh, thanks.
Must be one of them.
Black-Eyed Susie's about half grown. Jumps on a man like a dog on a bone.
Hey, Black-Eyed Susie, hey, pretty little Black-Eyed Susie, hey.
If your mama knew she can you hide, Daddy would hunt me dead or alive.
Hey, Black-Eyed Susie, hey, pretty little Black-Eyed Susie, hey.
I gave her little brother a big $7. See your daddy coming and sell a holler.
Hey, Black-Eyed Susie, hey, pretty little Black-Eyed Susie, hey. Hey, old man, I want your daughter to come my wood, carry my water. Hey, Black-Eyed Susie, hey, pretty little Black-Eyed Susie, hey.
All I need to make me happy, two baby girls are calling me pappy. One named Mila, the other one Abby. One's a little demon, one's a little Gabby.
Hey, Black-Eyed Susie, hey, pretty little Black-Eyed Susie, hey. Love my wife, love my baby, love my biscuits, something gravy. Hey, Black-Eyed Susie, hey, pretty little Black-Eyed Susie, hey, 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 hey.
We getting scale again.
Yeah, what you gonna do with your quarter?
I think I'll take that train down to Mount Pelier and see Crazy Mary.
You can't mention Crazy Mary on the radio.
Boy.
Okay, then I didn't.
Kind of ugly, huh?
Seen prettier moose. Oh, look. There's Mr. Abbott.
Hey, ladies, have you seen Costello here?
No, handsome.
Hey, Abbott! Abbott!
Hey, Abbott! Come in over here. Will you listen to me, please? Did you go hunting with your Uncle Artie Stebbins last Saturday?
What did you say?
I said, did you go hunting with your Uncle Artie Stebbins last Saturday?
Yeah, and a terrible thing happened. A great big bear snuck up behind us, grabbed Uncle Artie's gun out of his hand, and stuck it into his back.
What did Uncle Artie do?
What could he do? He married the bear's daughter.
You dummy. I didn't think you'd ever went hunting in your life, and I don't believe you ever did. I bet you never even got a hunting license.
Oh, I have too. Here it is.
Wait a minute. This is no hunting license. This is a picture of Hedy Lamarr.
You hunt where you like, and I'll hunt when I like.
You hunter. Why, that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? My brother-in-law used to hunt alligators.
Alligators?
Yeah. One time, an alligator was just about to attack my brother-in-law, and I fired off both barrels of my trusty rifle.
Did you kill the alligator?
See this wallet?
Yeah, genuine alligator.
No, genuine brother-in-law.
Yeah. Hey, listen to me, though. You should have been with me on my elephant hunt in the Africa last year. Oh, there I was, surrounded by elephants. One big bull elephant started towards me. I said to myself, I'm trapped. Abbott, you're trapped. Should I run or stand here and shoot the bull?
You've been doing all right up to now.
All right. Well, I shot him. The elephant fell and broke a tusk.
Broke a what?
Tusk.
Tusk to you, too, and a couple of po-pos.
I can see you know nothing about elephants.
I once hunted elephants in India with an old acquaintance of mine, and an elephant sat on him. Someday, I gotta go back there.
Why?
To scrape up an old acquaintance.
Costello. Now, tomorrow, I'm going hunting in the high Sierras, and I'd like you to come along with me.
Gee, thanks, Abbott. Say, you've done a lot of hunting. What do they call those little flies that buzz around the animals?
Gnats.
I asked you a civil question. What do they call those little flies?
Gnats!
Gnats to you too, brother.
No, you dummy. Gnats are the flies that annoy the animals. Of course, some of them have ticks.
Why don't they take those sticks and give the flies a good thrashing?
I didn't say sticks, I said ticks. For instance, there's deer ticks.
The deer ticks?
Certainly deer ticks.
Who wound them up?
Nobody wound them up.
What makes them tick?
Costello, listen to me, please. When I say deer ticks, I don't mean the deer ticks. I'm talking about animal ticks. Hundreds of animals in the woods have ticks.
That must be a pretty sound. Hundreds of animals all getting together in the woods, and they just start ticking all at once.
Costello, you're getting more stupid every day. I don't know what to do with you. I don't know what to say to you. I've tried it and I've tried to improve your mind, but I just can't seem to get anywhere.
Why don't you face it, Abbott? You're a failure.
Well, Gracie, I think we've had enough aunts, don't you?
Yeah, and uncles, too.
We have a special treat now, Gracie. She's a local.
We're having a train on?
Not a local. She's local. She's a new kid we discovered singing on the street corner in Northfield.
Oh, I know her, George. She's not a local. She lives here.
Right. Well, let's welcome her anyway. Miss Daisy Lane.
Thank you. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke up, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. No, please don't take my sunshine away.
Gosh, such a lovely voice. And she waits, too.
Waits for what?
People, silly.
She waits for people on the corner?
No, in the Square Biscuit Restaurant.
Of course. I think it's time for Dennis Knight now.
Did someone mention my name?
Look, George, it's Dennis Knight. Well, Dennis, I guess you're going to be our last guest tonight. What have you got for us?
Well, Gracie, you know, I just got engaged.
Yes, I heard. What's it like?
Well, it's a little like getting a bicycle for Christmas, but you can't ride it until the summer.
Not even around the living room?
I think we better let Dennis. We should change the subject.
I should think you could at least ring the bell while you wait.
Yes, let's change the subject.
How about a song, Dennis?
I think this one might be just right. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith, the pandemonium liable to ride upon the scene. To this rate, my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. You gotta bring joy up to the maximum, keep gloom down to the minimum. Have faith, or pandemonium liable to rise upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the whale, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything seemed so dark? Man, they said we better accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In-Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In-Between.
Thank you, Mr. Knight. Look, Gracie, did you know that tonight there will be another special address to the nation by the president?
You mean Marguerite Moore is going to address the nation?
Who is Marguerite Moore?
The president!
Marguerite Moore is president of the United States?
No, silly. She's president of the Northfield Labor Day celebration.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night!
And this concludes tonight's WHIT broadcast day. Good night from lovely Northfield, Vermont. And the correct time is 8:30.